Okay, I'm not sure if I can do this, but this here is a printout I made of this old module, Weird New World. And it has just been reprinted as part of this adventure anthology called Blood. And neither of these books stays open easily, so I'm not sure I can show them side by side. But I wanted to show the differences in the art because the new version has all new art. So, first of all, this is a printout of the map, the master map, and it was impossible to read at this scale. I had to put it on my computer screen. I was running an online game and blow it up a lot in order for me to be able to see anything. And here's the map that you get now. It's a little bit easier to read, but it's so dark it's hard to find these numbers. So that was a problem I had even when I blew it up big, because unlike some of Jeff McKinney's hex crawls, this is more like old school TSR hex crawls in which there are a bunch of hexes with nothing on them and only a few that are actual adventure locations. And finding those, even the old days, it seemed impossible without leading the players by the nose to find them. So, let's take a look at these. Okay, so first of all, this book has nice little marks to tell you where each module begins, because it's several modules here. And the second one is Weird New World. So let's open it up. Yeah, so trying to do this one-handed is impossible. Okay, so we got this brand new picture by Kelvin Green. He did all the new artwork for this reprint. And it's a great picture of something that's described in the book but never shown with the old artists. I don't know why they went with a new artist, but the old art, let's open to the pages, is by Kevin Mayle. All right, so it starts with some introduction here. And the new introduction, it looks kind of nicer. There's some new words. And then we get to the weather thing. So you can see the old weather chart and the regions and the new one, which is much nicer. The layout's improved. Now here's a new picture by Kelvin Green versus the old picture. Yep, that's one thing I like about Kelvin's new art, is it shows different things than the old art did. So it's like the page on exploration and the random encounters. And so the old one had this sextant. So here's how the random encounters look, and here's how they look in the new format with a new picture of a polar bear. Now, I ran Frostbitten and Mutilated at the same time, so I combined the two encounter charts. You can see here. And even then I divide them in sea, land, and ice encounters. So after this, it gets into what actually are these things. And so I'm really happy Kelvin did a picture of the Desperate Whale, which was a fun encounter, and the dragon. When I ran the dragon does 13d8, and that's an average of more than 50, which none of my players could take. And I wanted to give them a chance of having 1 through 12 as possible damage from the breath of this dragon. So because I was playing online, I could make it a D104. It's the same amount of maximum damage, but there's a chance I could get 1 through 12. And the dragon flew past them twice before it breathed, and only one of the players hit. And then when it breathed, I rolled 104. So it was total party kill -1. Okay, and here's some of the locals with the head of an elf. And so the old one has this really nice picture here of the locals. But this one has a picture of the living Aurora, which is a cool thing. Yeah, the layout is much improved with this. And then there's this thing. Okay. Here's a picture. And that's the picture we get here on the Yeti page. After the random encounter things, there's the encounter areas. These are the numbered things on the map. So here's a picture of what an average village looks like. There was no such picture in this one. There's trading ports on both sides. And here's a really nice picture of a wolf. Can't quite tell what the other things are. And here's a picture of the golem. There's no such picture in the other one. Pages. Okay, so the old one has this really nice picture of the elves with the head of a human, and here's the elves with the head of a human. Remember earlier, the humans had a picture with them with an elf head. So there's another good picture. And the beast, which is a really big polar bear. Let's see. There's somebody who's trapped here. There was no picture of him in the, because it was so hard to find things, I had to make myself notes. East of center, southeast of center, southwest of center, in order to be able to find these, because it was really hard to find the numbers on this map. Here's another good picture. It was not in the original, but this has this picture, which is not in the original. And this, what the hell? I don't remember this from I don't remember that at all from this module. But we get a nice picture of the reptilians, which is no picture like that in this one. Here's a picture of the sword in the stone. And one of the giants. And these weird things. Let's see any more pictures at all in this. Nope, that's it. That's all the pictures in the original, but there's still pictures to go in this version. Let's see, the Gemite bloater, ooze of the deep. There's this guy, and this village, and then there's the maps. Here. Now, I don't know how big they were in the original, but I printed them out. These are supposed to be maps that you give the players so they can make their own notes and make it easier, because it's really hard to have the players navigate through all this just from description alone. I was running an online game, so I had a really big blown up map, and I had the players run a ship on this map, and the ship had a certain radius that you could see using dynamic lighting, and so they could see features as I moved through it. But yeah, they'd tell me which way they go, and I would move the ship so it wouldn't create spoilers. But instead, you got those pages. So that is Weird New World in its new format.